Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short, little unboxing video to share with you guys. 2 knives from Ketuo. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but it's been a while. There was a time where it was like every third thing that came in was from Ketuo, and I always accepted because Ketuo makes really nice products, and usually really interesting and wild stuff sometimes. Usually and sometimes don't mean the same thing. You get what I'm saying. They send cool stuff. I don't know what this is. Both boxes are heavy, and heavy boxes usually excite me. What am I saying? Thanks so much to Ketuo for sending in these boxes. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Let's go ahead and open these up and find out what's inside. This is just first impressions. So not a full review today, but I will link them down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. What is this called? KT Bratva, okay. Felix Danishwara. I'm sure that I've butchered his last name. Sorry about that, Felix, but I did want to make sure that I at least tried to read it. Oh, this is good looking. Oh, this is wonderful. Is it special? Did you send me something special? Oh, it looks like it might be special. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, hold on. let me get it together. I just made a bunch of weird noises there trying to formulate. It was my brain trying to calculate a word. So, I am overjoyed that we have finally reached this part of the knife world, you know, this time in the knife world, the industry, and the whole enthusiast collector thing, where high polished and mirror polished is now not only substantially more available, more widespread, but it costs substantially less than what it was, you know, the price tiers that it was previously exclusively tied to apply as few syllables as possible is what I'm trying to say, right? Oh, that's just too good. That's just too good. I love this. I love it. Look at that. Oh, man. No hardware showing on that pocket clip. We have a nested liner lock there. Beautiful, beautiful action. We have rear flipper. Great detent, by the way. We have front flipper. And we also have thumb disc guy. Very good. Can you use the little slot to reverse flick it? Yes, you can. That is awesome. Let's see how close to true mirror we are. Boy, that is about as mirror as it gets, guys. Face reveal, he showed his face! He showed his face, guys! Ah! But, yeah, I think this is super, super duper cool. I love this, and now I really want to see the other one. This is, I'm not sure what I know that like, doing this by hand, and it depends on the steel and how hard it is, obviously. It's not like a flat, you know, you apply the same price to everything. Because if you have like, for example, if you wanted to mirror polish Maximate at 68 HRC, number one, I'm not even sure if you can do it. Right? I'm sure you can, but I'm not sure anybody's willing to do it. That's going to cost a lot more than mirror polishing M390 at, say, 60 HRC, right? There's also, you know, people who claim to be able to do, like Wicked Dream Design, like, he definitely does do this in their backyard. But, like, your buddy Joe from Parts saying, I can do that, right? And he's, like, kind of, sort of polishing a 1095 blade, and it ends up kind of looking scratchy. Like, there's a huge difference between those two things. What's this other one here? Oh, goodness. Did we get two? We got two. Oh, it's two different finishes here. So, you know, mirror polish isn't, you know, something that people all, you know, enjoy universally. Some people just want kind of a, you know, a less reflective finish. There's pros and cons to having a super reflective blade. But it looks like we also have a hand rub satin finish option. So that's cool. And honestly, I mean, the model by itself is really nice. It doesn't necessarily have to have the mirror polish blade. These are pretty robust scales. Like, the thing that I noticed the most about this model is that the frame does not feel dainty, and there's a lot of like beveling, and we've got like the inlay work here. There's also kind of like how they lip the titanium around, and then there's another pivot color, and then the pivot right here. Actually, pretty designy overall. A lot of thought going into this knife. I like that. Lots of different means of deployment, so I like that. When you flip this, you got to be careful and get your finger out of the way, because that front flipper is going to come around and pinch you if you try to push button it. Watch. See? So that's it. If you like to push button your knives, that's the downside to having a combination flipper and front flipper, because oftentimes that's the case. So you simply need to adapt, unless you haven't already, to the light switch method, and you'll be fine. What was there? Something else I wanted to point out? Oh yeah, I wanted to look on the inside and see what we were looking at as far as a lock bar insert, or if it's... So there's no lock bar insert. So this is either just a titanium lock bar that's carbonized, or more than likely, in fact, almost certainly, it's just a steel lock bar, which is fine depending on the price tag. That's exactly what it is. This is a steel lock bar. So titanium, carbon fiber, and then either satin finished or mirror finished, M390 there. I'm trying to think if there's any other material there. So steel, titanium, and then mirror finished or satin finished M390. Here's something I want to ask directly to Reich, Ketuo, Forever Steel, all of the... it's hard to tell who's who, or if you're all the same entity, or if you're different entities and you all work together in Reich OEMs or stuff. I don't know. I like this stuff. This is really great. The fact that you are now capable of producing blades that are mirror polished, and that you also offer blades that are DLC coated, means that you can do mirror polished DLC blades. This is a big deal, because these have been exclusive to much, much higher price tiers. CKF seems to be, doing that stuff and charging a ridiculous amount of money for it. And that's fine. I like my CKFs, but if, we can get knives that are mirror polished and DLC coated in steels like M390, or even, like S90V and other steels like that, I mean, that would be really, really cool. So, yeah, I would love, this is great, and you definitely need to do, on everything that you release moving forward, if you can offer this finish, even if it does cost you a little bit more, and you should expect, guys, for the mirror polishing to cost more. I would say, I don't know their process for doing this, but I would say at least $100 more for mirror polishing. It's not cheap to do, even if they have partially automated the process. It's something that's going to take time, right? And it does have costs associated with it. So that's probably what we're looking at. Wicked Dream, talking with him, it seems like, doing that by hand and the amount of time that's put in, you're looking at probably a bare minimum of like a $200 additional charge, if it was being offered as a service. It's kind of hard to put my finger on, because again, we have varying levels of polishing. It can be anywhere. A lot of people would describe mirror as what I would describe near mirror, right? Or just a really high polish. A true mirror to me is like this. It's essentially indistinguishable from a glass mirror, right? So yeah, I think that this is really, really great. I think this should be an option on knives moving forward, and I think you guys definitely need to be offering this with a DLC coating. I know that you also periodically work with Damascus, and you also high polish it. So it'd be really cool to see you guys combine DLC coating with mirror polishing and Damascus, because that is, again, something that we rarely see, and when we do, it is ridiculously expensive. So this is cool. I like this. This is one of the most exciting Ketuo unboxings I've ever done. I'll do some quick measurements here. Overall length of this knife is coming in at 8. This is a Shirogorov size knife, 8.8 inches. Blade length is coming in at 4, and cutting edge is about 3.5. Very, very good looking knife from both Reich, I'm sorry, not Reich, but Ketuo, probably Reich OEMs. And again, the designer's name is Felix Danishwara. That's going to be it, guys. I will link these down in the description so that you can check them out, and you can expect a full-length review from me in the very near future. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.